Podketeers.
Happy birthday, Betty White. Happy birthday, Betty White. I mean, it is her birthday today.
Yeah. And who else? Let's see.
Happy birthday, Michelle Obama. I don't know why I started singing like Elvis all of a sudden.
Oh, it's Muhammad Ali.
There you go.
Is it his too?
Yeah. Let's see.
What was his thing?
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, it's funny. I was at the post office picking up some stuff from the P.O. box, and I saw that Betty White is getting a commemorative stamp made of her, like next month, or like in 2 months or something like that.
Okay, wait,
And
hold on a second. I gotta tell you, there is like 1 billion people that were born on January 17th.
Really?
Is when we're recording this. Okay, so I'm not gonna do some of these controversial people. But Jim Carrey, Steve Harvey, Betty White, Ben Franklin.
Wow.
Like
James
Flying a
Earl
Kite,
Jones.
Ben Franklin?
Yeah, Flying a Kite, Ben Franklin. James Earl
Farmer's
Jones.
Almanac? Okay.
Aww,
Zoe
that's awesome.
Deschanel. Lil
Okay.
Jon.
What?
Right?
That was perfect.
Maury Povich. Remember Maury?
Maury Povich.
From the
He was the
Eartha Kitt.
Maury Povich
Ooh.
was the guy. It's like he is not the father guy,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's him.
After Jerry Springer.
And then there's some people that I don't know if they're controversial or not, so I'm not saying their names.
That's awesome.
Number 1 on this list is I know a controversial name, so I will not say it.
All right.
That's okay. But hey, you got a whole bunch, including Betty White, and what were
Yeah.
you saying she's getting?
She's getting a commemorative stamp. Here, I want to share the stamp because it looks kind of nice, actually. It is. Check this out. Aw.
I love it.
Cute.
I love it.
Right?
You know,
It's in her eyes.
It's in her eyes. She's gonna come out and blurt something that you don't expect a little old lady to blurt out.
But that was so Betty White.
Right.
That was her.
That's her whole
That's the
shtick.
best part.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to buy some of these.
If I can get my hands on them, I'm buying some too.
Yeah, I like these. I don't own a lot of collectible stamps.
Mm-hmm.
The last set of collectible stamps that I bought were the Toy Story ones
Mhm.
that they released. Or the Buzz. It wasn't Toy Story. It was when Lightyear got released.
Buzz,
They did a Buzz
Lightyear to the
Lightyear set.
rescue.
They're actually, I think they're right here, actually.
Ah, still in the mailer.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, safe.
Yep. Look at that.
That's Buzz
Wow.
Lightyear.
Yeah.
That's
Sure
cool.
is.
It's a cool sheet, actually. I really like this one.
That's
Yeah, I
pretty
like the
cool. You
colors.
should put it in a frame.
I think that's why I had it there, because my intention was to put it in a frame, and I just haven't done
You
it
forgot
yet.
that it was there until we talked about stamps again.
Yeah, it's funny. But anyway, Betty White's going to be joining Buzz Lightyear soon.
Dang.
Ah, yes.
Super cool.
The Hall of Fame stampers, Betty White and Buzz Lightyear.
That's right.
Both
That's
with the
right.
letter
Think
B.
about
And probably Spider-Man have a stamp? I'm sure Spider-Man
I'm
has
sure
a stamp.
Spider-Man has a stamp. I wouldn't mind some Iron Man stamps.
Yeah, Spider-Man had a stamp. Let's see, Iron Man stamp?
Really?
Iron Man stamp?
Spider-Man stamps.
There is a 2007 Iron Man stamp. It was a comic book Iron Man stamp.
What? Oh, yeah, look at that. They're on eBay now for a lot of money.
Of course.
That's
Always.
all right. I didn't need to own them. I do want to show you something else that I saw this week, because you both know I'm a big fan of Steamboat Willie, right?
Yeah.
And anytime
You?
new Steamboat, yeah, right? Anytime Steamboat Willie merchandise pops up, I get Google alerts anytime there's something cool that pops up. And this popped up, and I saw them, and I thought, I need these until I saw the price tag.
Okay.
Check this out. These are fantabulous.
Oh, wow.
Aren't those awesome?
So these are this is like
Oh.
non-licensed now because, or maybe they are licensed because I see a red toe.
Well, yeah. So I don't know if. First of all, I had never heard of this company before. It's a company called Bull Airs, and they actually have all sorts of different items. They have
Are they?
these. They have different designs with one of the designs I saw on their website was like a Jason Voorhees shoe that has like a little Jason mask on the front on the shoelaces and stuff. But this one, look at the other side of this one. Look at that.
Wow.
It's got like the red brush, right? So it's got,
Yeah.
the classic Steamboat Willie colors, but then it also has, this like Mickey Mouse red with the Mickey knickers,
Hey.
appearing down at the bottom there. I really like these. And they are $450.
Oh, I was going
So-
to say 500. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't like them as much anymore.
Right.
They're just so pretty to look at on.
But
My
Heyzen,
screen.
you can, for the low price, you can get a 3-pack for $600, which doesn't make any
3
sense.
shoes?
3 shoes?
I don't have 3 feet.
3-pack? Three different pairs of shoes.
One in case you you mess one up.
You get some
if you
high-
mess one up.
Well, you
I
get
see.
high tops, and you got some low tops, and you got some extra low top. Like these are like loafers. They
Yeah,
have,
I
like-
saw the loafers. Yeah, I saw the loafers. This is what those look like.
Oh, that's ugly.
Yeah.
They're
I like the
ugly.
pattern inside, though. I do.
I
like
think
the
you should
But
pattern
get-
that's
inside.
inside. It's
I
gonna
think
get
you should
worn
get
out.
this Pete the Cat hat, Hazen. I think you should get the hat.
Listen, they actually have some really cool stuff.
Mhm.
They had a pair. I went through their site and I was like way too excited about some of the stuff that I saw because one of them looks like they call them the Howdy. Oh, here they are.
Oh.
Howdy doody, like the
Nuh-uh.
like
Look
the
at this
doll.
Oh. You
Howdy,
know what?
howdy,
My
howdy.
mind went to your mask.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
assumed it was
interesting.
too. Was the wrestler guy?
Yeah.
Interesting. No. They
But
did
that's
have
cute.
this one called Poltergeist because obviously they can't use the name, but I'm sure you'll understand what it is, and it glows in the dark.
Spooky
Glows.
sandworm
Glows,
striped
yeah.
ghost.
Goes in the dark.
Oh, they got Chuck E. Cheese stuff on here. Look at that.
They got all sorts of stuff. They have an Ultraman themed one.
Those are
They
Chuck E.
have-
Cheese TM.
the-
Those are licensed.
I will tell you that the Battle Damage Deadpool themed ones that they have. Hold on. Check this out. These are called Merc. Look at this.
Ooh.
Isn't that dope? I love these. And the
It
problem
looks
is that these
metal.
are the problem is that these are all like $450 a piece.
Right.
And so I mean if you're an avid
Ugh.
collector and you can
That's.
afford this, obviously that's
They got a
pretty
Darth
great.
Vader leather jacket. What's
I
going
like
on
that
with this?
shoe a lot.
Look at this one though. Look at this. You can't have
That's-
Deadpool without Wolverine.
That's $900.
Uh-huh.
I can only
They
do
got
one.
they got the
I'm already
I can't even afford it.
I'm
What am I
already-
talking about?
when I started tallying up everything that I wanted in here, I'm close to like $7,000.
right.
So
They
it-
got the
Woo!
self-lacing ones from Back to the Future. They call them
Yes.
Bull Mags.
Yep. They also have. Here's the ones that you were just talking about. I think you said you mentioned the Darth Vader ones.
Darth
but
Vader jacket.
here's-
Oh, there was a Darth Vader leather jacket.
Oh no, these are the Darth Vader shoes.
Yeah. Look at that. And they have like the Nike like swoosh on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But
I
they're
thought
not
they were Nike too.
But they must be is it I guess it's cuz it's backwards? Like the swoosh is backwards.
I think.
So
yeah.
that must
I
be
don't
what
know
it is?
exactly. I don't know exactly what this company is about. These
Yeah.
is essential. Like I said, I just got an alert saying that these Steamboat Willie shoes were available, and I thought, that is awesome. I've been waiting for a deck of Steamboat Willie cards for a while, and that's why I have the alert. And when I got it, I was like, oh my god, the cards are available, but it wasn't that. It was actually the shoes. These are the Back to the Future ones that I was just mentioning.
Back to the Future.
So yeah, I mean, this company, I had never really heard of them before, but when I was going through their website, they had so many cool designs. They had, here's the low top versions of the Steamboat Willie ones, by the way.
Do they have look at this? Here's a FAQ.
I love the fact that it's got the little brush, and it looks like it's painting the red on there. But yeah, like I said, I started going through their website, and I'm super close to 10 grand at this point. So if anybody out there wants to fund just getting all these awesome themed sneakers, I would love it.
Or hey,
some
Bull
of these
Airs
are super fantastic, and that's not even going through all of the shirts and the jackets and everything else that match the kicks that you'd be getting from the website.
So we'll just put it out there, Bull Airs, if you want to contact us for sponsorship deals.
Yes,
we have tens of listeners.
Yes,
and watchers,
dozens
and dozens.
That's right,
and dozens. I mean, that could be any number. There's dozens in 10,000. There's dozens in 1,000,000.
It is more than one.
It's more than one.
That is true.
The three of us listen. That's at least more than one.
Yeah.
Boom.
So,
It'll cover that 3-pack of shoes.
Yeah, we'll split them up. If you want to send some stuff our way, that could be hashtag an ad. You never know.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could go for some Chuck E. Cheese, whatever the heck they had, Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese
all
is
sorts
fun.
of stuff. The Simpsons one's called El Barto.
El Barto.
Kind of nice. Yeah, I got to get off this website. Anyway,
stop it.
I thought it was super cool. I wanted to share those. $450 though. We definitely need to get them through some kind of sponsorship because that's just it's way too much.
Too much for how many things we want.
Exactly. And I didn't have enough available on a credit card to charge, close to $10,000. I don't have that black card status. So anyway. Let's see. We got a comment on our last YouTube video for the last episode from our pal Jason. He said, great episode.
We know that.
Oh, thanks, Jason.
Yeah, he said, love the Disney Shop segment. Definitely a winner, and you guys should do it monthly.
I agree. I like my Disney Store game.
Yeah. I like it. Every time that we've done it, it's been super fun. I'm for it. We should do it monthly.
All right, more work for me, segment. Andrew. I probably got, if we do that like 5 or 6 of them, 5 or 6 items, I probably have, a couple months worth. But that means I have to be up on my game, keeping up to date on all the weirdness that is on the Disney Store website.
Well, here's a good thing. I don't even shop there, so you're good on that end.
No, it's just finding, I don't want to go and be like, all right, it's a picture, it's a T-shirt with a character, and the character's Mickey Mouse. And it's like, it has to be, I have criteria, I have my own criteria of, how weird or oddball, it's either, this is just weird to be on the Disney Store, or it's a weird pairing with the type of product it is, or it has some weird...
questionable stuff.
Kermit looking like he's having an existential crisis.
I really want that.
I want that Kermit. I want the Kermit and the Lewis.
Yeah.
But that Kermit, it's like, I know, buddy, I know. This week with the whole TikTok thing, it's been up and down roller coaster. I know exactly how that Kermit doll feels, man.
So hey, I'm totally game to do these Disney Store game anytime, every month. I'm for it. I have a fun time with the Disney Store game. I think it's silly and fun.
So let's call it now. Let's say it's going to be a monthly segment.
All right. Well, do it every month until we don't.
Jason, you're going to have to join us for one of them and see how much stuff you can actually guess and have some fun with us. So, yeah, thanks for the comment. Let's see. It's been a weird week, obviously, because we're still dealing with some of the aftermath from the fires and stuff. It seems like there's been a little more good news this week. The winds have died down a little bit, so there's some containment. It looks like we're finally getting to a point where certain things can move forward. Obviously, it's been very tragic, and seeing two cities essentially just kind of leveled the way that they were because of the fires has just been devastating. I know that there's a lot of people dealing with trying to get their insurance to help pay for them for their homes and stuff like that. There's been a lot of pop-ups that have been happening for clothes and for food. It was truly heartwarming to see the community come together, especially over the last few years. We haven't seen a lot of that, and so to see the community come together the way that it did, to bring their food stands or their food trucks or whatever they have to the locations that were designated, like the Rose Bowl and stuff like that, to help feed a bunch of the people that were there. People were donating clothes and diapers and all sorts of stuff that people needed, toiletries and everything. It was nice to see, that regardless of where you were on the political spectrum and stuff, in many cases, you let that human side of you kind of show, and you were able to help somebody else that was in need. So that was nice. I want to flash some of the links that we shared in the last episode again. So if you were still looking for places where you could donate, we were able to place a lot of these links up on our site, podketeers.com/links. You'll find them underneath our latest episodes. There's a little section that says California Fire Relief. You'll find the California Fire Foundation on that page, a link to World Central Kitchen, which has been one of the largest contributors to making sure that a lot of the families are fed. They are also passing some of those funds on to some of the local restaurants in the area that are helping keep a lot of those people fed. So that's a really great organization to donate to. The California Community Foundation is also on that page. Pasadena Humane and the American Red Cross were all listed on there. So if you're looking for a place to donate, that's a really great place to start. Monetary donations through any of those organizations have been really helpful over the last couple of weeks. If you're in the area, I know that there's tons of places where you can do an in-person donation for clothes or canned food, toiletries and stuff like that. You will have to do, I'll try to find some stuff and I will post it on the same links page if I can find it, so that if you're local you can go to those locations. Some of them have an abundance of items, so they're currently telling people to wait to take their donations in, because they just don't have a place to store them, or they don't have people to help pass them out fast enough. So they will still need a lot of those items. They're just asking people to kind of hold off and to spread it out over the next several weeks, so that they have a steady flow of stuff that they can pass out to the people that need them. So again, I will try to find some of the places if you are local and add them to the links page. But in the meantime, again, monetary donations through any of those organizations are going to be really helpful. I sadly know, several people that were victims of the fires and have lost essentially everything because they lived in the Altadena area. We got word. It was actually a post, I think, by Joe Rohde, who originally had talked about how there was a lot of Imagineers that lived also in that area as well, because they were the proximity to Burbank and the studio and all that stuff. It was a nice little community that you could get a pretty nice home for, many years ago. And one of the Disney legends that recently the news had told us they had lost their home was Martha Blanding. And Martha, we had just seen her get her Disney Legend Award this last year during the D23 Expo Legends ceremony. And the whole situation, I've struggled a lot with figuring out like what to say to people that are in that situation, especially a lot of the people that I know personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sorry isn't enough, or saying like I'm here for you isn't enough, because I don't have the space to house these people if they need a place to stay. I don't have enough money to donate to buy them a new house, and I don't know. I've struggled a lot with it, and the best I think at this moment I could do is continue spreading the word about these organizations that are raising money to help them, and donate whenever I can or whatever I can. So yeah, it's been really tough listening to all the stories.
No, yeah. When we were recording, it was heavy. Like, it was really heavy, and we were just trying to like just do the best that we can. My gosh, I don't know why I'm having brain farts. Same as last episode. But yeah, okay, I remember. Pretty much what you were just doing is you were saying about just posting links, up-to-date links, on social media, especially on Instagram. I've been seeing a lot of accounts from like LA County, any of the organizations. They're constantly letting us know like up to date, what to do, this and that, what has changed. And yeah, there's been, yes, it is a little heavy, and sometimes all we could do is just send out any kind of resource, any kind of thing. Just being there, and we're just being a shoulder to lean on. It's more of just showing any kind of empathy, and yeah, it may not be much, but it does go a long way. So I think all we could do is just keep continuing on reposting links, just updates, things like that. That really helps, because it just boosts all the information, and that's all you could do really these days. Like, if you can't donate, if you can't do anything, because I'm on the same page too, and I was like stuck. Like, how do I continue posting? Like, I didn't even feel comfortable posting anything that I was making and stuff. I'm like, I don't want it to be about me. Yeah. So the only thing I could have done is just repost any information I could find. But yeah, this is going to be a long road to recovery. But seeing the community, seeing different countries, different states, like everybody coming together, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, I think seeing the firefighters coming from the other countries as well, and from other states, like it was one thing to see firefighters from Nevada and from Ohio and stuff, come help us. But then when like Canada started sending some of the airplanes to scoop up water and drop it, and like Mexico sent like 160 firefighters to help, clear brush and everything to try to contain everything. I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? It's just the way that the world is essentially coming together to help out.
And we got some good memes out of it too. Did you see the people are comparing the Canada fire planes to the tailspin airplane? they go,
that
this
would
is
be the internet.
This is all I hear when I see these planes, and it's like, oh, spin it. Let's begin it. They're like, thank you, Canada, for making it your planes these colors.
Right.
That's awesome. I haven't seen that yet, but that's funny. A little bit of humor to try to help get through everything.
There,
Right?
you know what? Everybody processes their traumas and situations in different ways. So some people they just need to laugh about it, and that's how I can help. I'll try and make you laugh at least. I don't know if I'm gonna do a good job, but I'll do my bestest.
I think that's all we can do, right?
Yeah.
Like we mentioned it in the last episode too, that we knew it was really heavy when we started talking about it, and there's no really easy way to pivot out of this type of conversation. Obviously, we want people to be aware about what's happening and how you can help the people that need it right now. But there isn't like an easy way to just be like, and speaking of
fire,
you know what I mean?
The new churro flavor was on fire.
Yeah, it was cinnamon flavored.
Yes,
so,
burn my mouth,
I mean,
just like the fire.
So I think we'll say the same thing this week. I mean, I think transitioning out of this one is a little bit easier as we begin to talk about Disney stuff, because didn't you mention that there was some article that Disney did some like free clothes or something like that?
Yeah, it was posted by themselves, tooting their own horn a little bit. But the company, I'm looking on my phone because I couldn't find it on my computer. But basically they opened up their costume store, or their costume like department for ABC, like the TV stuff. They went and had people. They got a bunch of their volunteers, the volunteers, going through, and they pulled all these clothes, and basically most of them are new or like worn one time kind of clothes. It was just like, this is for one scene. It's been sitting in a warehouse. The quote here is, most companies are not sitting on an entire warehouse full of wardrobe, some which have barely been used, and if it's been used at all. We really want to emphasize to the families, if you come here, we've already organized everything for you. It's all on display on the racks. You can find what you need. There's no limits to the amount that the people are getting. It's really about what they need. So I believe they opened it up to any Disney employee in any fashion, any facet of the company that was affected by the fires. We're just able to just come, take as much as you want, whatever you need, come take it. It's for you.
Wow.
So that seems really good. And it's like they put this together really quick. It says they had 80 volunteers packing and sorting boxes and getting this all coordinated with the different departments and everything through the different parts of the company. Let's see. The warehouse includes wardrobes from the productions such as Genius, MLKX, Grownish, The Old Man, Station 19, Unprisoned, and Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. That's just some of them that the warehouse has. But yeah, it's let's see, over 250 racks of clothing, and another 50 were added later. This person also has the same last name as Melissa, which is weird. I just reading this.
That's funny. That's rare.
So, yes, Bellin is the person's name, the manager, asset management, Disney Entertainment Television. So, yeah, a nice thing that has been done for I'm how do I want to put this? It makes sense that they're trying to limit it to just their employees because they probably only have so much, but hopefully that once the employees have, everybody that they've been able to, help or need help in their own ranks are helped, that hopefully they can go then out and donate these or open it up to other folks as well.
Yeah. And it does, it is nice because a lot of that clothes just sits in a warehouse.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, if it's a production, like for a movie or something, maybe they need to reshoot or something, so they want to keep it as long as possible. But when it's a TV show and it was, clothing that they wore last season or something, it's going to sit in that warehouse until whatever. And I know that they recycle the clothes, right?
Well,
Sometimes they
yeah.
tend to use it on other TV shows if
Sure.
they fit like another character. Or
They'll also
something,
do like
but-
big yard sales, like
They do.
there was like I think we might remember, but there's like they'll do like every once in a while a big sale like of all the stuff, and you can go to the lot and buy whatever, clothes and props, because a lot of these it's like, all right, well, we have 8,000 telephones and you can buy one of them.
Can't make calls. They're all fake, but you can buy one.
No, they're real. I mean, most of the time it's just real because they're like, I need this specific one. And they buy it and they use it and then they put it on. Who knows? But yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
hopefully that these can then go on to help even more people if they have anything left over.
I agree. Let's see. There was some other Disney stuff to cover. This was a lot more like trailers and a lot of other stuff that was coming to the parks. So just to quickly wrap up the fire and donation stuff again, podketeers.com/links is where we're going to have a lot of that stuff available. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. But if you're in the Southern California area, again, I know that there's a lot of places that are accepting donations, but they're also asking people to hold off a little bit because they ran out of space. They don't have enough people to help distribute it or anything. So if possible, if you're taking something in person, make sure that you call first to make sure that they can take your donation. Otherwise, you don't want to drive there and be turned away because they don't have the space or whatever for what you're trying to take. So try to call the organization that you're going to donate to before you go drop it off right now. Let's see. Let's talk about Groot. Can we talk about Groot a little bit?
We like Groot.
It's actually not that Groot yet.
I am Groot.
It's closer to baby Groot. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. So this week, Tokyo Disney opened up the It's a Small World with Groot attraction.
Oh,
And
yeah.
This was the big Marvel Groot takeover where he appears in a lot of the scenes throughout It's a Small World.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. It was one of the most adorable posters they released last year. And
Right.
I wanted one just to collect the poster. And we found a creator on YouTube. They are at Magic Maker Yua, who posted a video of her first ride on It's a Small World with Groot. I want to share that video so we
I
can
want to see.
kind of watch and comment. And here, let me share this.
And I'll do my usual Al Michaels replay of everything.
Play by play.
One. I love their facade.
And here we are. We're seeing the... No, that sounds like that kid, the TV kid. I never been on live television before, and my grandpa gives me the remote after the Powerball.
That's
Apparently, we're watching a video of It's a Small World. Okay, I'll stop doing the apparently kid.
I will agree with you, Melissa. This facade is so colorful. It's so beautiful.
I mean, it's our same facade. It's the Disneyland facade,
It
but
is.
painted,
It is.
right?
painted
Color
in
scheme is
pastels.
just-
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. All right, let's watch this.
All right.
It's first day of the It's a Small World with Groot. We can get inside.
So we're looking at the outside. This is this person on the outside of the attraction. Yeah, and it just looks like Disneyland's It's a Small World, but
Yep.
very, very colorful.
And pink.
Heyzen can skip forward if
Let's
you want.
skip forward here a little bit.
Here we go.
We see
It's
our
a Small
first
World with
version of Groot
This
here.
is a cutout
I am
Groot.
Groot.
It says, I am Groot. If you, I don't know if you want to, you're gonna have the audio on at all, Heyzen, because there's like different audio like references in it too, like the music will change. So here's the England with the what do you call these guys? The guards or whatever with the big hat, and Groot has
Aw,
like a plant hat, but you can hear it in the music. He's playing
that's
poorly.
cute.
It's like and this is kind of like overload because they also have all the Disney characters in it, and then also Groot, which is kind of funny. So there's Alice and
So
Peter Pan.
cute.
There's just like a lot more like rapid fire. It seems
Yeah, but it's cute.
like it is cute.
Is
So I
their
think
show building smaller than ours?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it on a map. But here's
How
our
long
next.
is the video?
It's like
11
7 minutes. It's 11
Yeah,
minutes, but
that's
But here's Groot
Aw.
in like a leaf dress and like a what do you call it? Like a bonnet,
In Hall.
Yeah.
holding a shepherd's crook next to some geeses.
That's funny.
They got a Rapunzel, which is nice. We don't have Rapunzel.
no.
We don't have a
Um,
Rapunzel?
We don't have Rapunzel at Disneyland.
How cute.
This is one of the ones I had seen like a still image
Yeah.
of.
It's like a gondola or whatever with Groot wearing a little Italian thing.
And
then
Rocket.
And
Rocket licking
Rocket.
the ice cream and
Yeah.
the
Gelato.
Was that
the-
a rocket behind him?
And it has a
It was
rocket,
Rocket,
on
yeah.
the no,
That's
and it has a
cool.
like a rocket propulsion
Yeah,
on
yeah.
on the boat. Rocket Raccoon and a rocket.
That little Hercules is awesome.
Yeah, the Hercules one's cool too, and that's so after Hercules we'll see Hercules. Well, I don't want to spoil it for people watching if they've not seen it yet. But we got Hercules here holding up, being strong Hercules holding up a roof or whatever. Then after Hercules we get Smart
Oh,
Hulk.
whoa.
There's a big ol' Hulk.
Big
He's
ol' Hulk.
humongous.
And
then-
is crazy.
He's like human sized, and then a little tiny Groot holding dressed in like a little toga kind of thing.
He really
holding-
stands out with that green against the white.
And then here's Groot with Mantis
Gamora.
and
Mantis.
Gamora,
Aww.
just having a little picnic. It looks like there's just Groot. Groot's everywhere in this thing. This
Oh,
is
look at him
they
doing
don't
the
zoom in.
little dance.
It's Groot and Doctor Strange and Wong, and there's like a portal that's open up with the Sanctum Sanctorum in the background.
That was fun.
So I do recommend finding if you want to watch this again, like one where somebody zooms in on them or look up the pictures because it's pretty fun. This is Groot and what's her name, Miss
Wong.
Marvel.
It's
She's got a
Yeah.
big long arm and he's holding her arm.
Hippo.
It's all stretched out. Everybody's got their own hippo. Here's
I know.
Groot and Black Panther. It's nice that they're all different. And some of the heart flowers or whatever those flowers are from Black Panther.
Yeah.
He's just Black Panther just kind of holding it there.
Aww.
T'Challa. And then here's Groot with like a
This one-
Australian hat.
I
and
love the
Ant-Man
loop
and the
and the
Wasp.
giant. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
with
so
the
good.
magnifying glass. That's very cute. And then now it looks like we're in. Is this? Where are we? It's like. Oh, okay. Well, here's some penguins, and we got Sam, Captain America, and Groot spinning on
Spinning on the shield.
on the shield like they're on the ice.
Hey.
Oh yeah, there's
Star-Lord.
She says Star-Lord. Star-Lord flying in the back, and
Oh, was
Drax,
that Drax?
as Drax, and then Groot sitting on something with maracas.
Star-Lord has the boombox. Oh, there's Captain Marvel.
Oh yes, Captain Marvel's floating and holding Groot, and Groot's got like a map or something.
I'm gonna have to watch this again because oh my gosh,
There's
I'm
there,
looking at everything and it's
there's
like
a
I can't
couple.
focus.
Yeah, there's a couple. Oh, here's
Ooh.
Thor
Oh, that was cool.
with the lightning.
That's
and then
neat.
Groot
Cool.
holding an umbrella. And you hear
I
the
love that they
rock
added
guitar.
like
Yeah.
those little individual effects to add to this.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, I'm talking over it mostly, so you can't hear a ton of but there's a lot of like music changes and stuff too, or little
Yeah,
things
the
that were added.
styles.
Yeah.
I mean, not the styles. What am I talking about?
Yeah, the styles of
Yeah.
music. Like it's
Okay.
yeah, guitar, you're right. Here's Groot doing the hula?
His hula.
Oh no, he's playing a ukulele. That's what's going on.
His
Aw.
little shorts are awesome. He looks
He's
like a
a-
Build-A-Bear.
I would have loved it if they had Groot doing the hula. like with the.
This is right.
Does he have a
Groot playing a
didgeridoo?
didgeridoo. Yeah, and you can hear it.
I love it.
It's going, and there's another cap shield for some reason.
Is he with Ariel?
There's an Ariel. No, I don't think he's with Ariel. I think they've not, like, if the scene has a Disney character in it, like an animation character, they've not put. Well, no, that's a lie, because they put it with Hercules, so then never mind. Ignore me. I don't know. Then we're in the end room. Their end room is a little different.
This end room is beautiful.
It is. We need to go to Tokyo.
I bet
Good
what we've
golly.
been saying. They got a little roller coaster over there in the back is what that's supposed to be. It's like a carnival.
Good.
Yeah, they're on like
Yeah.
a...
This room is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. The cool tones.
Yeah, the blue, like teal and
The
purple.
teal and the purple look so nice
Yeah.
together.
It's because it reminds us of Mansion, too.
I guess.
Oh,
It's
maybe.
not like as crowded as the Disneyland one is. Like the Disneyland
No.
one is like very high up too, like where this is lower to you. I haven't seen Groot in a while. I don't know if
Yeah, I
Groot's in
haven't
this
seen
end
him in
one.
this one.
Maybe they didn't put Groot in the end one. I don't know.
You know what? It's okay. I mean, just the room itself is just great.
Right? It's like it's like a carnival. There's like a
Mhm.
riverboat on the other side, and like a
There's-
big cake with some. is that
It's
supposed
just
to
a
be
lot of
cake? I
kinetic
don't know.
energy, and it's so... It's... You could tell I miss this.
This.
There's
I
a
love
kick
how the
line.
back is sparkling. The facade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got like
Mhm.
a bunch of fiber optics in there. Oh, now we're at the part where the boats get all backed up.
I want to know what's on the other side. They keep concentrating on this side.
I don't know. Maybe there's somebody next to him that they can't like. They're
Oh,
probably like
maybe.
next to him, so they don't want to like put the camera in somebody's face, which is very
You know what?
kind.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, but it's very sparkly. That whole background is
Oh,
like
that is
twinkly.
pretty.
And so then we get our postcard exit hallway,
Aw.
just like Disneyland.
That was fun.
It also looks like this. It looks like their track is backwards from, like, flows the left to right versus right to left.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. We didn't see them actually get in the boat, so. But it looks like when we went in, it went like a different way.
Hey, there's Groot.
There's Groot. Cut out Groot.
You know what? I am not mad that this is all inside. I like.
Yeah, I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
No, it looks like it goes the same way then. I don't know. So
Wow.
there it was.
That was so cool.
Yay!
Awesome video.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, on YouTube again at Magic Maker Yua. Check out the channel. Give her a follow. I think that was
Yeah.
a great video of the attraction. Yeah, the color scheme and everything of the It's a Small World attraction in Tokyo is just gorgeous. That end room, I'm telling you, it is a sight to see.
And that also, I mean, the overlay is great. Like, I know it's just a temporary overlay in theory, but, I think it was done very nicely. Like, everything fits in
Yeah.
really well with the, like, even the Groot, there, even though it's not, like, 100% in the style of It's a Small World for Groot, like, all the other characters, like, Captain America, everybody basically except the Hulk.
Yeah.
And
all were
Iron
very
Man.
just,
That
like,
was a
Small World
surprising
doll.
one.
Was there an Iron Man? Did we see Iron Man at all?
I didn't see Iron Man. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Maybe they don't like Iron Man over there. I don't know.
But Rocket, I think.
Oh yeah, Rocket was a little not.
a little, yeah.
Basically, any humanoid character basically looked like a small world.
Yeah.
Like the Gamora and the Mantis were cute. The Drax looked kind of scary. If you see it in the picture, it's kind of scary looking.
It's pretty funny though. Well, I hope at some point they bring it here. I think it is a nice little overlay to have, even for a limited time.
Mm-hmm.
But Let's see. We got a Daredevil trailer. I don't think we can play that one.
No.
It was very violent.
Very gory as
Very.
well. It was
Yeah.
surprising to see this trailer for a Disney Plus series. It really does show you how much of a turn they've taken in making sure that the shows remain as close to their Netflix equivalent when they were just on Netflix before. And I like it. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
So is this? So
was so
I
good.
never watched any of the Netflix Marvel shows. So is this as far as you can tell anyway, like an extension of that? Are these the same actors and character basic things, or is it kind of like
Same.
a weird retelling with some of the same cast or something?
No, it's the same cast.
Okay.
Which is awesome to see, like everybody just pop up. Do I want to say it connects?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be because of the style. So what you saw in the trailer is basically how Netflix was. Like it was
Okay.
that dark.
But this is like the same, like it's the same Daredevil guy,
Yeah.
actor, and
It's the
this is
same
like the
actors.
same
Even
universe in
Yeah.
which those took
Yeah.
place in. So you got Vincent D'Onofrio,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's the only person I know that was in that show.
So Marvel did something smart when they brought the Netflix things over. They kind of classified them as in-universe but classic versions of them. And it's kind of what they've done with X-Men as well. Like it's legacy media, but it's still tied in. And the biggest reason the way that they brought Matt Murdock into the She-Hulk series and used the same
Well, and
characters
was it
to
Spider-Man?
continue.
Was that the other one that he was
Yeah.
in for a half a second?
Yeah, so the way that they've integrated the same characters using the same actors into the MCU as kind of like, hey, this is what we're getting next sort of thing was really smart because there was a lot of stuff on Netflix that was really well received by like the Marvel community because it was grittier. It was closer to the comics, like graphic novel style. It wasn't as clean as you would potentially get on Disney Plus, which is
Right.
why when I saw this trailer, I thought, oh, wow, this is, wow, okay, we're in business with Daredevil right now.
Yep.
So I watched the trailer, and
Yes.
besides it being violent, I don't really know much about Daredevil, so a lot of it didn't mean much to me.
Okay.
But there was a scene where there was like 5 helmets that were all different colors. Does that mean anything? Should I know? Like, is that something I need to know about? Like, does
I don't
anybody-
even know what the different colors mean.
Okay, it was like
I only know
gold and
of-
silver and yellow. And
Well, he's had a
something.
different uniform before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't remember the different color ones. I don't remember any of that. I mean, I'm sure it's in the comics maybe. But maybe we'll find out. And
Yeah. The cowls are, I think it's just the different versions of him throughout the series and throughout the comics. Like, I think each one, I don't know the exact story, but I think each one represents like a segment of his life where certain things happened, and they kind of tell the story of that like that saga or that segment of his life. I'm sure that at some point in the show they'll talk a little bit more about them. But do you remember anything about him and She-Hulk? Like, do you remember
He's a lawyer
blind,
or something,
he's
right? He's a
lawyer?
blind lawyer.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know that. That's what I know is
Yeah.
from what we've seen in the MCU stuff, plus like a little bit of stuff. Yeah, he's a blind lawyer, like vigilante kind of guy,
Yeah.
right?
he is. And the
And
coolest
it's
thing
like
is
street level stuff, right? Mostly.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the coolest part is in between all of that, like you kind of travel with him, so you kind of get a sense of how he could sense this person or hear this thing or figure out how to fight them. That's the coolest thing about Daredevil. Like, you'll be like in his shoes, if that makes sense. So, and it explains like how he could do everything and how he works everything out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch. I think if they keep doing this style, people are going to be a lot happier with the stuff that they're going to be releasing.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to see Echo, which was kind of a bummer. But the fact that they ended up canceling it was kind of sad. I thought Echo was a good... I thought it was a good direction for them to start kind of, really implementing the characters this way.
Yeah.
But then I saw this trailer and I thought, okay, yeah, that's not what we were getting from Echo. This is like a whole level up. So Daredevil's a good one to do it with because obviously they're not going to bring like Deadpool in because Deadpool's like this times 10 in many cases. But this is a good way to bring it into Disney Plus, especially with the restrictions on some of the ratings being lifted for more adult content. This would have probably been something more Hulu-esque.
Sure, yeah.
But with them trying to mix everything together and just adding some parental controls and some, warnings, it's a good way to bring it in. Good way to keep people on the platform, which I still believe should be the Hulu platform, just rebranded as Disney Plus. But hey, who am I to say anything about it, right? All I know is that the Hulu platform just works better than the Disney Plus one. So
right.
Anyhow.
So, but yeah, it does look pretty entertaining. I'd have to say that.
Yeah,
it is.
I just realized that we're going to go into our last topic for this episode, and we haven't taken a moment to thank a special group of listeners. So
geez, we
Shame
should
on us.
probably do that. Let's do that right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So want to take a quick moment to thank the FGP Squad, our podcast, Fairy Godparents, because it is their support via Patreon that help make these episodes of Podketeers possible. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. There you will find a link to our Patreon, some of our top contributors, a little information about what the FGP Squad is all about, but you mainly get some additional content that we've uploaded to Patreon, a special section of our Discord, discount codes for new Podketeers gear, random giveaways, and more. So if you're interested, head on over to podketeers.com/FGP for more information. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And of course, to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. I talked about this link earlier, podketeers.com/links. I would say set a little bookmark, set an icon on your phone so that you have easy access to it, because that's where you will find information like our latest episode, the Quizneyland playlist. You will also find some of the links we talked about earlier for the fire donations to help some of the recovery in California. We also have a link to our Discord community, of course, a link to the FGP Squad, any fundraisers that we're currently running with our official charity team, Steamboat Willie, link to our YouTube channel and our pal Larry's YouTube channel, Goofy Guys Adventures. Plus, we have a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist if you want to check out those episodes as well. So podketeers.com/links is where you want to go for that. And, yeah. Let's get back to this final topic and wrap up the show.
I've already forgot what the final topic is.
Oh,
just so
this is a fun video.
Yeah.
Disney released their own version of this video, but the LA Times did a feature of what's
I
coming.
remember now. Thank you.
And they had a really great video because they also had an opportunity to talk to Kim Irvine and stuff. I don't know how much of this video I actually want to play because we've gotten several strikes for playing content. We'll play some parts of it, but I don't think we're going to have like the full audio and everything. I might be pausing through this one throughout. But we got news that the Haunted Mansion is returning this week. We already knew that it was scheduled. They were wrapping up the holiday season. They were packing up all the Christmas stuff to send it to Walt Disney World next year. So
Nope.
so we didn't know.
To throw it in the dumpster,
I think they're just sending it to Walt Disney World for next year.
put it on a barge in the middle of the ocean,
Right.
garbage
A
island.
little dinghy. But we got news that the Haunted Mansion is reopening with a brand new version of The Bride in the attic. And they do preview The Bride, and well, let's just watch the video. Let me share this, and we will talk about it. Boom, the cue.
Boom, the cue.
All right. Whoa.
Remember when you said it was going to be not a lot of audio?
Right? So we see one of the Los Angeles Times reporters, Todd Martins, was getting an exclusive look at the Haunted Mansion.
It was so
And
pretty.
They're obviously they have access to Nobody in the Queue, and
Yeah.
they had an opportunity to talk to Kim Irvine, creative director at Walt Disney Imagineering, about some of the changes in the mansion, the changes in the queue. And I am going to fast forward a little bit here because they talk a little bit about the queue, which we've talked about already.
Which I didn't realize in this video they talk about it. If you want to watch the full thing at some point, you should. That there's
Kitty.
2 sections of the garden, and one section is the Master Gracie's section of the garden, and the other section is Madame Leota's section of the garden. And so there's.
Oh, is that how it's broken up?
Yeah, if you watch this, so this is what we're seeing.
Ah.
The one with all the orbs and all the fun, kooky stuff is Madame Leota.
That's the
all
Leota
the
stuff.
ones that's like depressing and whatever is the Master
Oh, that
Gracie.
moves make
section of
sense.
the-
I should have paid more attention to that.
That's okay. People can watch it and whatever. The greenhouse is also separate from both of those things.
Yeah.
This was a video. Maybe it wasn't in this video. There's a video with the agriculture. What do you call it? A person that designs plants.
The horticulture.
Horticulture designer, or maybe it's like landscape architect or something. Somebody is another video I watched on the queue.
Can I just comment on the fact that I think this is a fantastic portrait?
Yes.
I love it.
It is.
It looks great.
Look at that, Leota Toombs. I mean,
Yeah.
Madame Leota.
I love it.
The way that it's painted, her eyes are just popping out.
Right.
Good job.
Mother
All right,
of
so-
Kim Irvine.
I'm fast forwarding to The Bride here, where we get our first preview.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to pause it as we see this because this illusion looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's super bright. It is. The face looks so much more proportional to the rest of the body compared to the weird stretching that looked like was happening with the old bride in the attic.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times you've had an opportunity to watch this video, Andrew.
Oh,
but
quite a few.
we have the bride in this new window, which looks very like ethereal in the background.
Sure.
And it looks like
Yeah.
we have this floating element of the candelabra in front. Have you dissected this and tried to figure out how they made this happen yet?
So if you look, as well, like the bride is floating as well. Like the bride has no legs. The bottom of the dress is floating.
right.
Like the bride
Right.
is floating in the air as well.
I love it.
And I think the Disney Parks video that this short video they shared, you had a little more a closer up video, view of her. But some of the things that I think are really cool is the flames on the candle. They get really long and they look very, intricate, and they're not something that is, from what I can tell, done with like, a lot of the times flames are just like a bunch of LEDs covered in like a thing or whatever. They
Like
blink.
fabric.
This is like a projection, but the candelabra itself is real, like as a
Ew.
physical 3D prop. And I think there's this stuff called Nebula Net. There's other types of this fabric, but it's basically like invisible projection screen. And so what I think is happening here is they've basically like sliced this candelabra in two, and in twain, as one might put it, and put this curtain between it, so they could then project the flames on it, because the flames get really long and they're very nicely animated, the flames and everything. And then there's a lot of other projection effects on the bride, besides the face, which is also looks like a projection, but then there's all this stuff on the dress and in the window. So I was hoping the bride was going to be a little more animatronic myself, because there's like these rumors about, oh, well, they have to make it look great next to the Hatbox Ghost, because the Hatbox Ghost was upstaging the bride and blah 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 blah. But I'm happy with how this turned out, and I think it's it's like you said, it's a much better effect than what we had previously. But we are 15 years in the future from when that was first implemented anyway.
Right.
And so yeah, there's that. I think there's a lot of illusions and stuff going on here that you may not even notice. Like the candelabra is something that I just kind of like laser focused on, because I was looking at the flames and going, wait a minute, how does this work? So that's my magic, I'm breaking the secrets out, and I could be completely wrong. It could be it's holograms. Who knows? It could be a bunch of different stuff. Also want to point out, you can kind of see it in this video, the one-eyed cat down at the right with the bride. Another a Rolly Crump nod there.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'll let you guys talk now about the bride.
I love it. I love it because she takes me back to the original one, which she was scary. Mm-hmm. But the way that you don't see the feet, she's not static. Like she has a flow. Like
right,
I can see that
over with the effects and stuff.
Yeah, like it's constantly moving. So she looks like a ghost. Like she floats. I love just the she just looks. To me, she looks like as if you were to see a ghost just really fast. Or if you spotted something, like it just, she has that feel. Yeah. The last bride, it didn't seem like that. And also the new additions of her husbands, like not just the head coming off, it's like the whole thing. That is awesome. Like that should have been the case.
Yeah, the portraits have changed. There's the same men in the portraits, right. But their whole body disappears as opposed to just their head. I think in this video, Kim Irvine talks about a little bit the storyline of, going back to closer to what the original intent was, and the bleeding heart bride and all this stuff, and or whatever. So yeah.
So to see this, it's one, and also two, we haven't seen anything like this, like technology-wise, just the way that they created this illusion, like that's, I love it. Like there's magic that went behind it, and it's like the best kind where you're just like, how did they do that? Like the Pepper's Ghost. We were so amazed by how they did it and just what goes into it. This is what I feel. Like I feel that. And it's, I really want to see this too. I'm not getting FOMO. I just want to see it. Like, or maybe hopefully I'll see other videos that kind of, I like the candid videos better because they're not edited. And so, I want to see that.
We'll wait until people start posting it when the ride officially opens, because people will zoom in and
of course
and all this stuff. We'll get to see more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody will break down in front of it and get a good long video. That's
the one I'm looking forward to. I hate to say it, but that's the one I'm looking forward to, when they break down in front of it and you get a good 2-minute view of what's happening. Yeah, I mean, everything both of you have said is just so like on the nose for this. I think the practicality of it I love when Disney uses practical effects. Like I remember when Pirates reopened and they added like the transition scene as you're going under right before you see the pirate ship where you know you see the pirate carrying the gold and then it's like the skeleton, right? And
Yeah.
how easy that effect is. But I remember that first week or two people were like, how did they do it? How like what's going on here, right? And that practicality, I think, it's just such a nod to the original Imagineers and to what Imagineering is all about, like trying to find a good way to make these effects practical while using technology like projections and all that stuff to make it just like level up or plus it up, right? Like the way that Disney likes to do stuff. I have to admit, I'm with you, Andrew. I thought it was going to be a new animatronic. I was a little surprised to see that it was mainly projection based. But I'm wondering if the reason they went projection is because of, like, think of how often Kylo Ren breaks down, right?
Yep.
Like, they have a lot of really, they have a lot of new animatronics that I think are really detailed, have much better movements than they used to. I mean, we've seen some of this in some of the parks around the world. Like we keep going back to that Elsa and Anna animatronic and some of the effects with her freezing, like unfreezing her and stuff like that. A lot of those have really intricate movements that I think they can replicate here, but who knows how often they break down, right?
Sure.
Like here,
True.
Kylo Ren is broken like every single day, apparently. Like
Or twirling.
exactly, or twirling, dancing, like all the ghosts in the mansion. Maybe he belongs in the mansion, dancing in the
Maybe.
ballroom. Maybe
I mean,
that's
and
what he wants.
It could be, you know, there's probably a million different answers. It could be budget. This was cheaper. It could be that there's no room in the floor and all this stuff to house what's needed for the animatronic, or there's, you know, not enough room for this and that and the other thing. Like there's all
Maybe
kinds
for-
of options of why it couldn't be. But I also think that it does fit in kind of more. It does fit in a lot with the like ghostiness, like Melissa was saying, like of not. There's not enough room to do Pepper's ghost effect in that space in particular. You're too close, and so this is kind of like the next, like, best thing I guess you could do when it comes to like ghostiness.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, because I was gonna comment when Mel said it that maybe the reason they're doing this is kind of for the same reason that they've gone with projections in movies for even stuff like Mission Breakout, right? Like, look how quickly they can change Mission Breakout from that to the monsters. What was it called? After Dark, right? Maybe with the Bride, maybe there's going to be multiple effects that we just don't know about because all we're seeing is this one preview. Like maybe she walks through, maybe she disappears, maybe she comes through the window, maybe she floats away. Like, what if there's all these animations that they want to do with the Bride that we just haven't seen yet that they couldn't achieve with an animatronic because it's a projection?
That would be fun.
Well, like, here's the thing, though. I believe the dress is a physical dress. Like, I don't think that's... I don't... There
but
are...
if it's a projection, I'm
But
sure they
that's-
can make it look... Like, look what they've done with the Beast.
Well, no, but
Yeah.
but that's a Pepper's Ghost effect.
Oh, right.
The Beast is a Pepper's
Right,
Ghost
you're
and
right.
an animatronic. Like,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
a
that is
bunch of
true.
stuff all in one. This is like there's a physical candelabra and a physical arm and a physical dress, and then there's a bunch of projections, from what I can tell anyway. Like, I'm not going to say 100% because this video are very deceiving when it comes to, like, it's staged very well, but
Like the promos, yeah.
I've watched the video going back and forth, and you can see the, like, 3D-ness of the candelabra and how it passes. There's different layers of depth in things. But there can be, like, you know, the Hatbox Ghost, you know, disappears. You know, there's a bunch of projection stuff on the Hatbox Ghost. Like,
Yeah.
that's how his faces
Yeah.
are achieved. And so there can be a ton of different stuff that she does that, we don't know about because we have a 10-second clip.
Right.
Imagine if her head just goes like this and just stares at you.
Yeah. There also is the in I don't remember. I think it's the other video. It looks like they've updated the projector on the piano player shadow.
It's
'Cause
very bright.
It was super bright. In
Yeah,
the video,
you
at
could
least,
really see him in that one.
which looks great. Like
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite effects. I think they've added in the last few years. Is that I think that looks fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might end up going to the park sooner than I anticipated just for this.
Just go get a ticket,
I
get
don't-
in line for the Haunted Mansion.
Seriously, rope drop for this and then leave after this. That's all I want to see.
Get
I just,
a churro and leave.
Nah, I don't even want churro. I just want to see this.
Okay, fine.
I mean, especially now that Nightmare Before Christmas is going to be at Walt Disney World next year. Like, I don't even have to worry about this.
Man, you're
I'm
just
gonna keep
angering
pushing
people.
it, Mel. I'm gonna keep pushing it. I'm gonna
It's
keep
not gonna
pushing it.
happen. You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna upset a lot of people.
Am I though?
I
bad
want
day.
to. I want to dump it in the ocean, like
I mean, as
Garbage
far as
Island.
I know, Ryan Gosling was like Heyzen. I agree with you. They need to send it
but
to
it
Walt
hasn't
Disney
happened.
World.
So
and we all know Ryan Gosling is the be all end all on every argument.
That's what I'm saying.
how
Right?
old is that video game?
If we
Yeah, was
learned
it
anything,
12 years old or something. 17.
so we saw
7
how
years
much
old?
change has happened in 12 years with Nightmare.
Right.
So, all right. I think that's gonna wrap up this week's episode. Let us know what you think of the new Bride. Are you looking forward to seeing this new effect, this new semi-animatronic hand and candelabra? And
There's a
kinda
hand.
dress? Yeah, that you're going to see. I, for one, am definitely looking forward to seeing some of the other videos. And again, sad to say, I'm looking forward to that breakdown video. Because it's going to give us a
gonna
lot
be
of
gold.
details. Yeah. But I think a lot of what Andrew said as far as how it works, I agree with how you've structured it to potentially work. So I'm sure that once people are in the mansion with full ISO blasted up and we start seeing
Right.
some of the scrims and all that other stuff, then
Yeah, we'll
where
be
they're
able to tell a
pointed
little
and stuff,
more,
we'll be
yeah.
able to tell a little bit more. So that's it. We got a new Quizneyland this week as well, right?
We sure do. That one's actually recorded and it's ready to go, surprisingly enough.
Nice. What's the preview for this Quizneyland?
I'll tell you right now, on this episode of Quizneyland coming up, we do have some great topics, and the topics are the Disneyland sign, The Simpsons,
Coming to a Disney park near you.
yeah, McDonald's, and the Muppets. So
Nice.
we have some interesting different things to look forward on that one. It's a fun one.
Nice.
They're all fun ones. Listen.
They are all fun. And they're all bite-sized, so they're definitely not as
Quick-
long as a Podketeers episode.
Quick bites. Remember
Yeah,
that,
so
Quibi? It's
if
just like
you
Quibi,
want-
but better.
It's much better.
Oh yeah, the commercials.
Quizneyland is still around.
Disneyland is still around. We're on episode 84 or something like that coming up, I think.
That's right. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up. Anything else before we call
Nope.
it for this one?
We
All
are
right.
good.
All right, everyone. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.